Ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant good evening. Welcome to another episode of the Louis Sports Network. Before we get started, y'all already know the drill. Make sure to smash the like button, hit that subscribe button. Make sure your post notifications are turned on. Make sure you share it on your social media platforms. Truly appreciate it. Hope everybody is having a wonderful Wednesday night. Hump Day Wednesday. Y'all already know what it is, man. Peace and blessings, love and appreciate y'all. On to the video. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all know why I'm here. You know it's time. I've been waiting a long time to say this. It's been 10 years in the making. It's time to sing that song. Let's go. Go New York, go New York, go. Ladies and gentlemen, shout out to Knicks Nation, man. I'm proud of this team. It's been 10 years in the making. First playoff series win since 2013. Second playoff series win since 2001, so it's a long time. This is only our sixth playoff appearance in the last 22 seasons. But ladies and gentlemen, the New York Knickerbockers of NYC, baby, defeated the Cleveland Cavaliers tonight, 106-95, to take the series 4-1. And I couldn't have been more proud of this group. And one thing I noticed about this Knicks team is I feel like we have a good locker room. We got good character guys. And it's showing on the basketball court. We're having a lot of fun and we're playing together. So that's what I'm most impressed with this Knicks team. Coming into this series, I actually picked the Cavaliers to win because I thought that the Cavaliers were the better team, even though the Knicks we beat them 3 out of 4 times in the regular season. But you know what they always say at times, like, you know, it comes down to matchups, and sometimes you can't always look at a regular season record compared to the playoffs because you're preparing for a team in a 7-game series. But after the Knicks won game 1, 101-97, I'm like, this series is going to probably go longer than probably what maybe people thought. You know, you didn't probably expect the Knicks to win a game in Cleveland. As a matter of fact, we won 2 games in Cleveland. And the funny thing is, I picked the Cavaliers in 6. But ladies and gentlemen, the Cavaliers got gentlemen swept. I mean, the Knicks, we dominated. We flat out dominated. And let me tell you what the keys to this series was. Jalen Brunson was going to do Jalen Brunson things. I knew there were going to be times where he struggled because he's the best player on our team. And it's not Julius Randle, it's Jalen Brunson, because he allowed us to play with control. He can get off his shot at any time when he gets to his spots. He has the ability to get to spots, and he plays under control. We haven't had that kind of point guard play. I can't even tell you the last time we actually had a really good, legit point guard, probably since, Mark Jackson, Derek Harper. Like, those are the guys that come to my mind when I think about it. And I mean in the starting lineup. But anyway, getting back to things, Jalen Brunson only was 8 out of 22 from the field. But we got R.J. Barrett, the emergence of R.J. Barrett. Now, I think he turned himself into a star in this series, at least getting some recognition, because he was inefficient the first 2 games. I thought defensively he was good in game 1. Wasn't great defensively in game 2 when the Cavs blew us out. But in the last 3 games, on both ends of the floor, played his ass off. And he's been efficient in the last 3 games. And when Jalen Brunson hasn't shot the ball well, in 2 of the last 3 games, R.J. Barrett stepped up in his absence. And then it allowed Jalen Brunson to kind of get into a rhythm, at least a little bit in the second half with one nature. He didn't shoot the ball well tonight. He was only 8 out of 22. But, man, R.J. Barrett really stepped up, man. Shout out to R.J. He's huge. I know I've been hard on R.J. I'm sure there's there's been Knicks fans who have been hard on R.J., but you know, he showed his colors tonight, man, and he stepped up when we needed to. And I got to give RJ salute of the day, man. Round of applause. Stepped up. And you continue to grow, my friend. Continue to grow. Because I just like the depth and the chemistry of this team. And also, ladies and gentlemen, I have to give a big shout out to Josh Hart. Because I remember when we made the trade for him and we got rid of Cam Reddish, I was saying that, you know, we got a hard-working role player, but it's like, you know, he's small, and it's like, what are we going to do with him? And I was like, I knew Josh Hart, he plays hard. But, ladies and gentlemen, his defense and his rebounding cannot be measured on how important those things were that are not always going to show up in the stat sheet. He only had 4 points tonight, but he had 12 rebounds. And this was the theme of the series when you put everything together. The Cavaliers could not rebound the basketball, despite the fact having bigs of Jared Allen and Evan Mobley on the team. They really had a hard time rebounding the basketball, and offensive rebounding was huge for us. We got a lot of second opportunities from Mitchell Robinson, who was big tonight with 13 points and 18 rebounds. But Josh Hart, his rebounding this entire series, unbelievable. We controlled the boards, and that's what helped us win this series. On top of that, they exposed Cleveland for the fact that Cleveland doesn't really have a true point guard. I know Cleveland, their bench production really wasn't great the entire series, so it hurt them that they didn't have a bench. They were committing a lot of unforced turnovers because then Darius Garland had to make plays and Donovan Mitchell had to make plays. Donovan Mitchell, to me, continues to show the lack of IQ he has, and it's a good thing we avoided him from signing him, because he would have still been playing like this for the New York Knicks. And then what? And I know what people are going to say, man, the Knicks, we play well without Julius Randle. Listen, I am not the biggest Julius Randle fan, and I've been on record as wanting to get rid of his ass. But I will say this, though, in tonight's Game 5, I thought his toughness was very, very important from the beginning of the game. And it kept us in the game until we was able to build a big enough lead to where, once again, Cleveland was playing catch-up. And if you really look at Cleveland, even though they won Game 2, it was almost like they never were able really to build momentum. And if you look at the games at Madison Square Garden, I just felt that they didn't really know how to handle the pressure of playing at the Garden on the road. And it broke them mentally, because then even in this game, the Knicks were able to go up by double digits and Cleveland was playing catch up again. And you could just tell that they packed it in with the way that Cleveland played in the second half. There was really no sense of urgency to try to get this game. And I thought Cleveland was going to win tonight, but it didn't happen. And, Cleveland had a great season, 51 wins. Obviously, it's a learning experience. I honestly did not expect the Knicks to play as well as they did. And that's with Julius Randle having a very, very bad series. He was awful, just like he was 2 years ago against the Hawks. He was awful. He can't play like that if we're going to go to the Eastern Conference Finals, because we're going to be playing either the Miami Heat or the Milwaukee Bucks, and we're going to need his production. But that's kind of asking of a tall task, because we know how Julius Randle, how he plays. And it's like he's also going to have to keep his composure, because not only is he inconsistent, he can be wild too. And he also is prone to turn the ball over when you're asking him to dribble the basketball, because his handle's really not that crazy. Or sometimes, as he's been called by some fans and even me, no handle Randle. So, but I'm proud of my team, man. I'm proud of this New York Knicks team. I just feel like we have a togetherness that I have not seen in a long time, and it's it just feels like a good locker room. I just really hope that Randle is just able to pull it together for the Knicks to have a chance to making an unexpected possible Cinderella run to maybe the Eastern Conference Finals. I mean, we have the opportunity. So anything can happen right now, because, like I said, I'm not really going to trust Philly. The biggest threat in the East, honestly, is Boston, because now you don't know with Milwaukee unless if Giannis is healthy. Miami doesn't have Tyler Hero. And like I said, can Jimmy Butler really carry this team back to the Eastern Conference Finals? Listen, he did it last year. Can he do it again? We don't know. And I don't trust the Philadelphia 76ers. I don't. So now the Cavs are gone. The Brooklyn Nets are gone. Miami's still in it. Atlanta's still in it. I think Boston will close the series out. But, man, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot tell you. Cleveland is gonna definitely need a point guard, though. They're gonna have to get the ball out of Donovan Mitchell's hands, and it's also clearly showing me that so far through Donovan's early years in his career, he is not that guy. He's not that guy. He is not. He likes to jack up a lot of shots. He likes to shot jack a lot. At times shows me poor basketball IQ. And he is not somebody that should be having the ball in his hands to be a playmaker, especially because he doesn't really handle traps really well. And when his core vision gets cut off, he is more prone to turn the ball over. Cleveland had so many unforced turnovers in this series that they were coughing up opportunities to the Knicks. Even when the Knicks either missed shots or turned the ball over themselves, Cleveland just really couldn't take advantage of it. They couldn't get on a real run to where you could say they had control of the game or the series. and Cleveland was just coughing the basketball up. They just gave the Knicks so many extra possessions. So their unforced turnovers, the Knicks' offensive rebounding and rebounding in general, and the Knicks were blocking shots too. I mean, Mitchell Robinson, you had Julius Randle getting a good set of blocks in this series, Josh Hart. The Knicks overall played very good team defense in the series. And then consider this, something that doesn't get talked about is that the Knicks had one of the best records in the second half of the season after the trade. We went 17-8 the last 25 games. So, and that doesn't get talked about. But I'm just excited. I haven't felt this way in a long time, and I'm just excited that my Knickerbockers, I got a team that I can finally cheer and stand behind because we actually have a good team. We just have to still do a couple of upgrades, but man, I'm telling you, man, I'm just super excited, man. I'm happy for this ball club. I mean, it's good for the NBA that the Knicks are winning again. It's good for the Knicks that they're in the playoffs, and it's just great to see Madison Square Garden as lit as it was for games 3 and 4. Now we get a second round. We get extra Knicks basketball for another round. This is kind of the championship, even if the Knicks don't. If they apparently don't make it far. But this has been a real successful season in terms of considering what our expectations were coming in. And like I said, I thought the Cavs were going to be the favorites to win, but we was able to prove them wrong, man. And so I can't tell you. I didn't expect a gentleman sweep like that. I know there are Knicks fans who are proud of their team and they were going to be confident, like, yeah, we were going to gentleman sweep or sweep the Cavaliers or beat them in 6 or whatever. But I didn't expect the Knicks to dominate the Cavaliers like this. Considering that the Cavs had the better bigs, I thought overall, because my concern was if we got Mitchell Robinson in foul trouble. Yeah, I mean, Hartenstein could have came in, but then you got to worry about Hartenstein getting into foul trouble. When those guys are in, let me tell you right now, when those guys are in, Hartenstein, he played well. Obi Toppin, he had such a big impact in the small amount of minutes he played in this series. He's going to be getting some money, and the Knicks are going to have to pay attention to that because we got to find a way to keep him because he just has to find some consistency and he's got to get some minutes. And I got to give Tom Thibodeau a lot of credit. He out-coached JB Bickerstaff. This is probably the best coaching that I've seen Tibbs do in quite a while. He has the right players around him for now, and the Knicks just did their thing. Let's go New York, go New York, go and go New York, go New York, go. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is your boy Louis back with another one. Let me know what you guys think of the comments in the comment section about the Knicks beating the Cavaliers in 5 games. Knick Nation, stand up, baby! Go New York, go New York, go. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Bless up, live, love. Thank you guys for watching.